Time for Ask Annex. Matt Morzy, Investment Team Manager, CFP's in the studio. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Danny.
And Fred Coleman, CFP and a Wealth Manager at Annex Wealth Management. Hello to you.
Hi, Danny.
Question number one on Ask Annex. My son recently took a new job with a 401k plan without a match. He had a 6% match at his previous job and rolled that 401k into an IRA. Does it still make sense to put money into his new company's NoMatch 401k?
Yeah, this is a great example that all 401ks aren't created equal. Whether that's the ability to match, some don't offer that, some have poor investment options. So when we give this general advice, like make sure you get your 401k match, it's a good reminder that sometimes that's not available. But there's still two benefits of 401ks that I think make them very attractive. The first is the tax benefits. If he's in his 20s or 30s, having access to a Roth 401k where he can put that amount of money into that after-tax bucket and let it grow tax-free, that's a huge benefit. It's also a great place for those that are in a higher tax bracket because you can invest in that traditional 401k and still get those tax deductions. The other aspect is just the automatic investing. There's something powerful about being able to invest without seeing that money actually hit your bank account. But IRAs also have those same features as well. So that's something that I would explore because you can get some additional investment options as well. And then lastly, if your employer does have a suggestion box, I would say put a little note in there that says 401k match.
I think it's just a wonderful opportunity to sit down at Annex with our fantastic wealth managers and financial planning team and see what's right for them.
Isn't that a total mom thing, writing for the son?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's Ask Annex. Question number two. Matt recently said he doesn't like individual stocks in HSA. Care to elaborate on that? I don't know if he said Matt with that your name that way, but
Fundamentally, I don't like that idea. I think HSAs is an area not to speculate, but to have a well thought out portfolio to reach a specific end goal in mind. From that perspective, it's going to be, funding, healthcare expenses later on in life. So from that standpoint, a diversified portfolio that has the correct risk tolerance for you for the amount of time that it's going to take for you to get to that spot where you're going to need those assets, I think makes the most amount of sense. Now, if you have a professional who's managing that for you on your behalf, and there's a thought out portfolio, it knows your correct risk level you should be taking, and each piece in there has a specific, goal to the end of what that portfolio is trying to do, that's very different. But if it's picking one or two stocks that you just like or that you think might do well or that you're speculating on, I think there's better places to do that, such as a taxable brokerage account would be the place that I would go to do that. Ultimately, again, from an HSA standpoint, I want to get the best return I possibly can while minimizing risk for that time frame that I'm going to need to invest that in to get that end goal of providing for my healthcare later on in life. For myself, I keep it very, very simple. The HSA that my wife has access to, we use a target date fund because of the investment options that are there. I really just have it timed out to the time that we're going to potentially retire and then we're going to start to need to draw on those assets. And I just really want to keep it simple and just invest over time. Your dollar cost averaging in as you're putting contributions into that HSA, so it smooths that out even more. But I'm really trying to hit what my end goal for those assets are.
It's Ask Annex. Got a question for us? You head to our website, annexwealth.com. Look for the Ask button. If we can help you, click that Get Started button. We'd love to do that and help you out for 2024 and beyond. Question 3 on Ask Annex. If I'm going to continue to work past 65, do I need to consider Medicare?
So that's a little bit of a complex question, but, if you're self-employed, then absolutely, because I know you're paying an arm and a leg for healthcare. So you definitely should sign up for Medicare. For this question, I'm going to assume that you're not self-employed and you plan to work past 65. So there's different aspects of Medicare. So Part A is hospital insurance. You can choose to sign up for that 3 months before you turn 65, even if you plan on still working. For Part B, you can wait until you or your spouse stop working or you lose health insurance, and then you won't pay that late enrollment penalty given that you're still covered. Keep in mind, once you stop working, there's going to be a 8-month special enrollment period for Part A, or if you just need to add Part B. And with that special enrollment period, when it starts, you won't have to pay any type of late enrollment penalty. Lastly, if you do sign up for Medicare while you're still working, keep in mind that you cannot also contribute to a HSA.
Final question on Ask Annex. I'm paying more for gas. Is there a threat to spending?
Oh, for sure. And I think gas prices is one of the things that we are most observant on. From a small talk perspective, we talk to people, weather is generally the first thing people talk about. And if gas prices are going up, that's the second thing. So it really has a big element in terms of what our mindset is, in terms of what we can do with the finances that we have available to us. Hit certain milestones. Let's say gas goes above $4. We talk about it a lot. We probably start making some changes to our budget. We go out to eat less. We don't buy something else because we just went and took our truck or our SUV and we had to pay $75 or $100 to fill that tank up. That is a huge impact on the things that we do. So the higher that goes, the less we're going to spend on other things. And it's really going to change, our monthly spending.
Yeah. And a great financial plan is always going to take that into consideration. It's always going to raise your expense level with inflation as you go along. Now, like Matt said, with taking more money and spending it towards gas, maybe now you can't go out to the movies as much. So it does affect your plan for sure.
We all commute. So do you have those special places that are always better prices?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then there's the highway robbers, too. I don't get it.
Yeah, right when you get off, it's so much higher than it is something 3 blocks away.
Yep, that's Ask Annex. Fred Coleman's a CFP and a wealth manager at Annex Wealth Management. Thanks.
Thanks, Danny.
Matt Morzy, investment team manager and a CFP at Annex Wealth Management. Thank you.
Thank you.